Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cape Rugby TV, where on a weekly basis we take a look at what's happening in the world of club rugby and the extensions thereof into the youth structures, the professional structures and so on. Of course, big thanks to our partners on board with us, Score Energy Drinks. You can win yourself a case of Score Energy Drinks during the course of the show, together with a set of masks courtesy of CTC Sports. So make sure you don't go away, because I'm going to tell you how to enter that competition. I'm also going to tell you who last week's winner was of the case of Score Energy Drinks, and of course MChem 24-hour pharmacy on the corner of N1 and Durban Road. Folks, tonight we're going to be catching up with the ladies that are busy training for Heritage Day from Episode38 and River. We went out there and managed to catch some of the action behind the scenes, where, as always, we catch up with the DHL Western Province Rugby Under-20 side, and we get some of the players' interviews. Of course, this coming weekend they take on the South Sea Sharks, and then we go down to Blue Jets, where we speak to some of the players behind the scenes. And of course, as you know, some of the clubs are busy with friendly fixtures. This last weekend, Gardens was up against Police, and we managed to get some of the match highlights, as well as some of the players behind, or on the day at least. And then we wrap it up with Azipele Manitsani. She is the YTC administrator. That's of course women's rugby, and this coming weekend they have got the women's rugby, or YTC Rugby Festival, happening at DHL Newlands on Friday, and so that's very exciting. We're going to be catching up with her. More than 12 teams already participating, and they're going to be playing in touch tag rugby. She'll tell us more about that a little bit later in the show, so make sure that you don't go away. But right now, let's go to Episode38 River ladies training behind the scenes.
Dat is actually 'n voorreg om weer op die veld te kan is na al die COVID-19 gebeurtenisse, en vir my is dit net iets nuuts om weer aan te pas by die ou gewoonte van die klub. Was 'n baie groot aanpassing om nou weer terug te keer en terug te val, om te sien dat die spanmaatjies kan sien op veld. Dus hy gaan nie weer vir die mense die plesier kan gee om te sien speel op die veld nie. So het was my baie groot aanpassing vir my en my spanlede. Ja, dit is actually 'n baie hoe kan ek sê, dit is actually lekker om weer te sien is ander mense wat aansluit, ander mense wat belangstel om aan te sluit by die klub. En dit is nice om vir hulle te leer ken, vir hulle te wys hoe lekker is dit en wat vir ons hier by die klub actually hou. Like my spanmaats is baie gelukkig, hulle het 'n passie weer teruggekry wat hulle verloor het tydens die lockdown en daai. En toe het ons nou net weer aangepas by die game, die struktuur en die plan van die game en hoe om nou regtig 'n goeie rugby game te kan voltooi.
Ja, ons is baie excited. As 'n kaptein het hulle baie gekla by my. En hulle mis die rugby, mos nou deur die COVID-19. Dit was nou 'n bietjie afgedange, so toe hulle nou het by my gekla en hulle mis die rugby. En hulle begin nou speel los en al die goed dat die ander mense speel al, maar Kayla se girls kan nie speel nie. Toe sê ek, okay, ek gaan maar by coach Magiel maar hoor. En dan gaat ons speel. Die dag toe was een coach nou voor mij gelaat, weet het, en laatst weekend was het een game, nou die 24ste, nou vrijdag, in Nieuweland. Toen laat weet ik van hulle, toen is hulle heeltemal excited, dat ik mensen kan, en hulle mis hulle teammates, ons is like soos sisters van mekaar, Kayla klap. So ons het een bond gebouw wat amper so is, ons kan het niet breken. Toen hulle nou excited geraakt en hulle van hulle oefenos en allerlei goede, toen ik van hulle laat weet. Ja, dat is girls wat excited geweest zijn, because why? Ons het ook een paar nieuwe meisjes ingekry bij Kayla Club, maar alles met nou natuurlijk nog wat daarheen, maar oké. Ons het een paar girls ingekry en hulle het sommer die eerste dag welkom gevoel, because ons het hulle sommer laat welkom voor as Kayla liefde. Toe hulle gespeel en ons is net excited toe ons net ook gehoor het ons gaat speel. Van ons het die rugby baie gemis. En die rugby is, om het eerlijk te sê, van my kant was die rugby eintlik my lewe.
Ons was excited geweest. Ja, baie van ons het dit geniet, wel. Maar het was ook, ons het juniors, nuwe juniors gekry nou, maar hulle het ons toch om die pres vir die eerste game nou. Het is lekker om nuwe vriende ook te maak, wel. Hulle raak nie net vriende agterna nie, hulle is familie na tyd. Ons was excited geweest en ons is blij dat ons die Sia Collisie Foundation gewen het. En allemaal was excited daaroor en ek is blij ons het dit daarom gewen. Ons sien baie uit daarna, wel, is nou al, kan maar sê amper jaar dat ons langlaas op die gras was. Ons het dit gemis en ek hoop ons gee ons alles om deur te druk.
I was very exciting and overwhelming. But when I got in the field, I saw the ladies and I got a little bit scared because I saw ladies that are way bigger than me, even though I'm in the scrum. And even I got in the field and I told myself, no man, you shouldn't show them you're scared. And when we tried 10-10, I was like, I'm underestimating myself. It's learning to know each other's backgrounds also. It's learning me how to get along with different people. I'm still in school, so if I have to finish up, go to universities, then I also have a skill behind knowing how to work with different people from different backgrounds. It's a big privilege playing on Newlands. It's not just anybody. Newlands is one of the most well-known stadiums in the world.
Yes, we're very excited. We waited a long time now with COVID taking us away from rugby. It's really been, we've waited long for this moment to come back and practice, work on our hands and so. Yes, that first game that we had against Girls at the beginning of the year was really, it was amazing because the girls really surprised us, man. Like, we had juniors playing and it was their first time playing rugby and they surprised us. We were on the sidelines and we were just so amazed by their performance that day. It's really, we're building something great here at East River. Yes, it is. We're trying our best here in East River to just promote women's rugby and grow it as best we can. It's not just about rugby for us, like I've said before also, it's about building a family here with the girls, getting them off the streets, using our skills and our knowledge for rugby to build something great here for the community. It's really a dream come true actually for some girls because Newlands is a big stadium and many great players played on that field, so I think they're gonna really have a good memory from that. So yeah, I think they're gonna enjoy it.
Excellent stuff. Fantastic. Getting ready for Heritage Day, and wow. And of course we know that Charlene Thompson and the team, everybody doing some really great stuff there in terms of preparing for Heritage Day, but also just keeping the players active. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we'll catch up with the DHL Western Province Rugby under 20 side. Back in a sec. Welcome back, folks. Cape Rugby TV, nice to have you along. Of course, we keep talking club rugby and the extensions, and of course, as you know, the DHL Western Province Rugby under 20 side busy currently playing in the SA under 20 Cup. Of course, they played in Johannesburg this past weekend. They played against the Lions. And this coming weekend, it's DHL Western Province Rugby under 20 side up against the under 20 Cell C Sharks. We go behind the scenes. We catch up with the players.
Ja, ek dink ons speel goeie rugby. Ons doen wat die coaches graag van ons wil hê. Die twee gelyk op wedstryde was nou maar nie beplan nie. Ek dink nie mense beplan met 'n gelyk op wedstryd nie, maar daar was goeie goedes. Ons het geleenthede gehad om die games te wen wat baie voordelig was en ek dink dit wys dat ons hulle weer die spanne kry dat die uitkoms dalk bietjie anders gaan wees. Ek dink as mense op daai wen golf begin ry, dan begin mense momentum te bou. Maar ek dink dit is ook 'n goeie ding. Dit is net om die lywe bietjie te spaar want daar was 'n baie verandering wat die vorige games plaasgevind het nie. Vir die game wat nou kom was al wel. Maar die ouens, daar's baie ouens wat 4 games in 'n ry sou speel wat bietjie low was. So ek dink daai afweek gee mense nie daai kans om bietjie te recover en vir die coup. Die lugdruk in Gauteng is maar baie moeilik, maar lewe maar moeilik vir die man wat lekker baie rondhardloop. So ek dink dit het definitief 'n rol gespeel vir al die ouens wat toets skryf het en moes deurvlieg. Die vlug en die langhede se reis, ek dink dit het definitief 'n effek gehad op ons. Dit sou heel wat beter wees om vroeër deur te gaan, maar mense werk wat jy moet maar werk met wat jy het. Ek dink dit was 'n baie goeie aanleiding van wat ons het en wat ons steek en dat ons wel daai wennersmentaliteit het en daai grit het om te kan beklei. En ek dink dis wat mense nodig het om die kompetisie te wen. Ja, vreeslik, daar was nog heel wat verandering aan die span. Maar ek dink die energievlakke bly dieselfde, die opwinding bly dieselfde. En in geval ons by die huisspel maak dit ook heel wat meer opwindend en daar's niks soos Nieuweland nie. So ek dink dit behoort 'n goeie wedstryd te wees. Ja nee, van af was dit 'n moet-wen situasie. Ek dink ons het nou vir onsself dit geskep, so ons het nie vir van die keuse maar om te step up en te wen nie.
Ja, ek dink dit gaan moeilik wees. Want die Lions het nou 2 makliker games oor. So dit is moeilik om staat te maak op die Leopards om hulle te wen, maar ek dink ons het daai confidence om te weet ons kan vir hulle weer kry. Alles is in Johannesburg. So sal die omgee maar weer te kry nie, maar home semi-finals sal steeds lekker wees. Ek het donderdag aand geskryf, so ek het Vrydagoggend opgevlieg. Maar ek dink dit is definitief, kyk vir alles jy met 'n bietjie hoër lugdruk, ja, raak bietjie moer, so jy wil graag gewoond raak eers. So 'n bietjie oefen daardie week gewoond raak en veral wat jy in die oggend daar land dadelik speel, is dit bietjie moeilik. So ek dink dit definitief 'n faktor. Ja, ek dink definitief die veranderinge wat gemaak het gehelp, baie meer urgency gebring en ouens het geweet gaan 'n groot tweede helft moet bring. Maar ek dink definitief ons het vir hulle nog steeds die game gegee. Ons gelyk gesien, maar ons kon maklik gewen het. Swak besluite gemaak en klein details wat ons goed afgerond het hier. Ja, nee, ek dink dit is altyd 'n groot geleentheid en dit is baie 'n unieke stadion om te speel en dit geval 'n baie ou stadion was, maar ek dink dit is moeilik as dit 'n kort week is. Ek meen jy ouens moet recover en maar jy wil hulle reg kry om te speel. Jy wil fiks om te speel Vrydag. Maar ek dink dit maak dit baie definitief makliker dat jy tuis speel, jy hoef te travel nog al daai goedjies hier te gaan. Ja.
Yeah, it's really fun for me to be here, but and I play 50-man rugby, but it's a different scenery for me, so I'm really enjoying it a lot. And I've known the guys for a while, a lot of the guys I've played at school with, so it actually doesn't feel new to me to be. It's strange walking in a team of 15 people, but it's fun. It's something new, and yeah, the guys here are really fun. I mean, I'm friends with them for a while, so it's been fun for me. Yeah, it's like I said, it's weird to see so many numbers on the field. It's a bit to adapt, but. We'll get there. It's still a bit new to me, but it's fun for something new, and try something new and challenge yourself a bit. But it's fun for me. Yeah, I think the guys in a good space at the moment with good momentum with the games after weekend. So I think if we can just keep with that momentum and go from there. Sharks is a good team. They're also one of the top teams I think in the league. So I think it's going to be a good game. Hopefully the home ground advantage will help us a bit. But yeah, it's going to be a good game and hopefully the momentum will carry on to this game coming. Yeah, so it's amazing to get experience or like learn from coaches like these. I mean, it's always something that you can learn from a coach wherever you are, and with them being here, we learn so much every day with new advice that we can take into the game. So it's really cool for them to learn from them and take it further from there.
Ek dink ons kom al 'n lang pad saam. Baie van ons het op skool gespeel saam met mekaar. En dit is net lekker om weer 'n bietjie rugby te speel, mekaar 'n bietjie gaste gee hier op die veld, bietjie in mekaar se gesigte in te kom. Maar ek dink dit is nogal lekker om weer net 'n bietjie rugby te speel en mekaar se vriendskap net 'n bietjie te geniet. Ja, ek dink dit was 'n baie ek was baie bevoorreg om daar te kom gespeel het vir so 'n paar games. Ek het definitief 'n paar klein tips geleer en dit was my doel om 'n bietjie daai tips wat ek daar sit te geleer het om dit ook 'n bietjie hierso in te bring en vir 'n ander paar mense ook daai goed te kan leer dat ons almal net saam beter kan raak en dat dit ons kan help op die einde van die dag om die beker te vat. Ja, ek was ongelukkig een van die enes wat moes die game gemis het om toetse te skryf. Maar ek dink toe ek eers sien ons was 24-7 agter of 17-7 agter en toe het ons teruggekom op die einde. Ek dink dit het goeie guts and determination gewys van die ouens wat gespeel het. En ja, ek dink as 'n speler kan trots wees om deel van die span te wees. As daar ietsie is wat ons leer is dit in die oefening, hulle het altyd iets om te sê en om vir ons tips te gee. Ek dink ons is regtig bevoorreg om weer in die posisie te wees met sulke goeie coaches en ek was al bevoorreg om die laaste 2 jaar saam met baie van hierdie coaches deur te kom en om 'n lekker verhouding te bou met die coaches en ek dink dit help ook in 'n sin dat ons weet wat ons vir mekaar soek en hopelik kan ons dit help om vorentoe te vat en goed te maak in die toernooi.
There we go, folks. The DHL Western Province Rugby under-20 side. Of course, they had a good draw against the Lions last week. And this coming weekend, it's the under-20s up against the Cell C under-20s on Friday. So we're looking forward to that. And we'll keep bringing you the interviews from the players as we profile the players behind the scenes. Right, well, folks, as you know, on a weekly basis, we go down to MChem 24-hour pharmacy, or at least we take a look at what's happening at MChem. Now, as you know, you need to get a grip on the flu season. Of course, speaking to the experts at MChem 24-hour pharmacy, they'll tell you that there are a number of high-risk categories, such as pregnant women and the elderly, and of course, young children. And according to the Center for Disease Control, children younger than 5 years old, especially those that are younger than 2, are at a high risk of developing serious flu-related complications. Well, the flu vaccine offers the best defense against flu and its potentially serious consequences, and also helps with the reduction of the spread of flu to others. Now, getting vaccinated has been shown to reduce flu illnesses, doctors' visits, missed work and school days, and of course reduces the risk of flu-related hospitalization and of course possibly even death in children, and that preventing and reducing the severity of the illness associated with flu will ease the burden on patients and of course the country's healthcare system. So you can get your flu vaccine at MChem 24-hour pharmacy at any of the clinics there from 8 a.m. in the morning until 8 p.m. in the evening every day of the week, Monday to Sunday. Of course, no appointment needed. Just walk in. MChem 24-hour pharmacy is always open just for you. And of course, you remember we spoke about the fact that we bumped into Alistair from Mark at MChem last week. MChem is, of course, the official pharmacy to the DHL Stormers and DHL Western Province Rugby. And he was also saying that it's so fantastic to simply walk in, go upstairs and have a cup of coffee, and how friendly everybody is at MChem. And that's what we've grown to love about MChem Pharmacy. It's convenient, it's a really friendly environment, and honestly, folks, if you haven't been to MChem 24-hour Pharmacy, take an opportunity, break, and pop in there for a cup of coffee. They've also got some great lunch upstairs. Welcome back, folks. It's great to have you along. We carry on talking club rugby, right? Of course, as you know, some of the clubs have managed to get their players back to training. Some of the clubs have also managed to schedule friendly fixtures. And of course, all of these happening according to very strict guidelines. Now, we went down this Tuesday to Khayelitsha, to the Blue Jets rugby field, where we managed to catch up with some of the players and coaches behind the scenes. They, in fact, had some youth structures as well as some senior players there. It's actually great to see the players back on the park, just smiling and being active again. Take a look at this.
It's been a long time. There's been too many distractions, and we're happy to be back. And the boys, we're glad they pitched up, and we're happy with the turnout. Yes, it felt so good. It felt so good. It was running rugby as always in the township, and I think the guys in Langa as well have missed the game. It was good to be out and enjoying ourselves as we did this Saturday against the Busy Bees. Everyone is happy to be back. In terms of this turnout, this is not who we are. We use all three fields, but because we've got challenges, transport challenges, safety issues, and some guys just feel that it's too late in the year to be playing rugby, and it feels like January. But we're happy to be back, yes. I agree with that. It's very beneficial in terms of conditioning. Remember, rugby takes a bit longer to be match fit, so this gives us that advantage. When we come back next year, it won't be as hard as if had we missed this part of the year. You see, there's a difference between being fit and being match fit. So this game sort of give us that especially that we're playing home and away. So they sort of boost our fitness levels, and they give us that advantage compared to clubs who are not taking up this opportunity to play during this time of the year.
Definitely, we've been happy to be back on the park again. It's been a long time. But we didn't want to take any chances because COVID is alive. So we've managed to listen what our president and also our coaches told us what to do. Yes, definitely it was a nice feeling. Also, we have been happy to play it again. Because the last time we played, it was by the time we were playing against Kraaifontein. After that, everything was been closed after that. So since last week we played against PCP, it was a nice feeling because everyone was happy from under 13s, under 15s up until the senior teams. Some other guys, it's our place just to make us happy. It's just the field. So we really appreciate to come back to the field again. Yeah. Actually, it was a happy feeling because when we know that when we're playing against PCP, it's a derby. Because it was a full lot of people that has been here, and also from us as a Blue Jays, it has been a long time since we're playing rugby. Especially from PCP because they've got some few games before they're playing against us. But in terms of the play, we play very well since we've been playing since a long time. But the guys were pitching up on the field, but it's just a few things that we need to just to fix it up in terms of the fitness level. But the structure of the team is still there, and also the guys, they are still doing the right things, just the fitness level. But as now we're going to play these games, we're going to make sure that everything's going to come right. Yeah, it also helps us because as you know that we just have time to practice, and we know that during on the weekends we're going to play. It's going to keep us fit. We've been lucky also as a team, Blue Jet, just to get from this mini tournament that we're playing now. As next year comes, it's going to be much better and better because this COVID is just locked everything. But now I've been happy just to get back on the field. We really appreciate about that.
Yeah, it was a good feeling to come back to the field of play after this pandemic. Yeah, it did affect us a lot because we did not come back full of us as the team, but some of us managed to come back. And yeah, we enjoy it because it's been a while since we're not playing. Yes, man, everybody's hungry for a rugby. As you all know, we love rugby and it keeps us away from some of the things. Yeah, so now it's great, everybody comes back. And I'm also pleading with those who did not come back must come also and join us because we need more numbers as we're playing the mini fixtures because we're playing a home game this weekend against Police. Always when we play BZB, we play out of our hearts and out of the love of the rugby, and we want everybody to be here, and it was big game, I can tell you. As you can see, I also got injured. Yeah, man, it will help us a lot because we're playing every weekend. It will help us a lot to get ready for the next season as the boys. As you can see, we were busy planning our structure for this weekend.
It's very exciting time, despite the COVID-19 that misunderstood people because they think now if they're scared of COVID-19, therefore they can't go to the field. Now we try to motivate back to rugby, and now the few young boys they jump up, but the seniors they are Lexi. By the way, when we play the first game against PCP, everybody want to come to the field now. They say now there's nothing. They can work out. And we motivate people to vaccinate in order for us to be safe a little bit. Not the same like last year we had no vaccine. Now they crazy coming on board. They motivate each other. In our club, we're always preaching for the development, focus to the development because we believe that having development it's a rest assured that the club is going to be alive for the whole time, especially the juniors and especially the junior girls, and preparing for next year. We know that this year we don't have any kind of a junior rugby that is practically that can prepare for Craven Week, all that stuff. Then we told them that we have to condition ourselves for next year. We thought now just a friendly game, but as you said now, a derby is a derby. Then the boys were expressing themselves, playing their heart, pushing to show off the talent that they've got, to push off and showing that the little time they've got practice, they learn something. Now they want to portray that kind of a rugby that, and BSB come on and a little bit fitter than us because they were playing the third game. I saw that the first half it was BCP on us. At the later stage, I was glad to see my boys coming, showing off that we've got something as well. But the fitness was a problem. Then I told them, no, don't worry. By the way, the game was good, and we see the hiccups that we got. Then we can patch up. The reason why we call up a friendly game with PCB as a first game, we know that everybody will come on hand. Then the next practice, there will be more people. Then we don't focus for this year, we focus for next year. This is a way of collecting our players to be on board, showing that the life is still on, meanwhile COVID-19 is on board. Therefore, you have to condition our bodies and minds, preparing for next year, because next year is coming as well, and we want to be playing big games. Therefore, to collect the boys to be on board and be strong psychologically and physically, it will make the success of the club. Having those games with Police, Gardens, as well as Fori, this is a way of communicating and also sharing and having some style of a rugby, not sticking to the African kind of rugby, as well as those kind of other people of the town. Then you can have a various dynamic rugby.
Welcome back. There we go. Blue Jets in training, the youth structures, and of course the senior structures, and of course well done to Coach Tembani there, who's managing to keep everybody active and engaged. And it's just great to see that after such difficult times, players are able to do a bit of socializing again, using the code of rugby to do so. Folks, we'll take an ad break, and when we come back from the break, it's time for us to go to a friendly fixture. Gardens was up against Police over the weekend, and we'll tell you who walked away with the spoils. Don't go away. Back in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. It's Cape Rugby TV. We keep talking about club rugby, of course, as you know, some of the clubs have managed to get some friendly fixtures back in place. All, of course, approved friendly fixtures, approved by Western Province Rugby. Now, there are a couple of clubs that have been doing a bit of a round robin amongst each other to get their players on the park. This past weekend, we went out to Gardens. Gardens was hosting Police Rugby Football Club. Let's take a look at some of the highlights, as well as some of the interviews behind the scenes, and then we'll give you the result.
Yes, we are grateful to be back on the rugby field under the circumstances of COVID related. We are very grateful to have the support, and we're hoping for the best in this coming season, with the short season that we're gonna have, because it's really scary. We're living under bad circumstances, so we are grateful for the opportunity that we got, so that we can get back to the game that we love. As you can see, we've got a small boys that are coming from us, join the team. We can see how they raise their hands up. They want to play, they want to show up, they want to fight for the jersey, they want to fight for the badge of the police. Others are not working for the police. We are grateful that they're coming to support us, because with the police we like to work together with the community. So we are grateful for the guys that want to join the police and then have fun and supporting us and fighting for the badge. We're going to have improvement, because we're not going to have long time to rest, as we didn't have much pre-season training, because we were not allowed to train, and then the facilities were not open for us in as early as possible, so that we can get ready for the game. But I'm grateful for how we played today, because it's our first game. We've only trained for 2 days, so we showed character. We had a bad first half. We were sleeping. The guys caught us off guard, but I'm grateful and I'm happy for the second half. We played very well. We saw that they are tired, as they are fit and we are unfit. But seeing that we're getting game time every week, week in, week out, we're going to be bashing teams.
We are just grateful for having a chance to be out on the park. I think the boys enjoyed the first 80 minutes that they have played today. And we're just grateful because, you know, we come through such hard times during this year. And rugby is the only thing that we know on a Saturday, you know. And we're just grateful for being back on the park, man. We use the game to foster friendship. We use the game to foster relationship with everybody out there. And I think once we can have that, I think there will be unity in the communities as well. So we must use the game as a vehicle to unite people, because sports in South Africa is a vehicle whereby we unite people. And we're just grateful that we can mingle and play the game. Look, when the opportunity was put on the table by the union, if we want to play friendlies, we have consulted obviously the players if we can play, and they were game for it. I think the guys was prepared to play the friendlies because they want to play some rugby during this year. Many a times we as coaches or management, we make decisions without consulting players, and at the end of the day, once you consult a player, you will realize that their opinion is different from ours. Yes, it is COVID. Yes, we want to put safety first. But at the end of the day, I think if we didn't have a plan or protocols in place to curb this thing and what to do, then it was a total different story. But I mean, there's measurements and guidelines that the union have put in place, and these things did help us with the first run after we have moved up a level. And I think if we maintain those things and do what we are supposed to do, I think at the end of the day, when we make decisions, the biggest people that can make a decision on rugby is the players, and we have to consider their opinion. If they want to play or if they don't want to play. And at the end of the day, I mean, as you could have seen today, how hungry the guys was to play, and how in the big love that they have for the game. And I think this is the opportunity where we can foster new friendships during this year and just move on into the new year and hope it's going to be better in the next season.
We came out in numbers today. The guys was all hyped up already, Thursday already, because it's the first game for the year. Okay, not for the year, but it's the first game back. But it was a good game, and the guys came out, they gave their all. They went for it. Yeah, the youngsters, they were before we playing now this first game, the youngsters was actually trying to put up their hand already in that time already. But the guys, they're coming out in numbers, they're gymming, they're giving their all on training, the youngsters. Besides now the experienced players, but the youngsters, they were doing good. Yeah, the guys we were struggling now in the week on training to get our structures right, but on the game it went as planned, because we were actually now struggling before the game even to get our structures right. The guys' heads wasn't switched on, but when the game started, kick-off time, we banged them in the first.
Yes, actually, I'm happy with the numbers of the boys that came up. Looking at the team, actually, I think I've got 4 sides in a turnout, of which it was a positive side on our side. To an extent, some of the guys, they didn't give a game time. And for our first game today, to check out the first team and the second team playing the way they did, it just gave us more time to start going back to the drawing board to saying who's going to play the first team and the second team. No. It's like with the program, like we said last time, the program that we do have, we are looking forward of growing our club. As you can see, the number of the boys already that are coming down to an extent that we have got 4th side in numbers compared to the way we are. The number of the boys that we do have with the way we are working out with the HPC that we just set it up, as you just checked out upstairs, we are looking forward for saying that when the season really kicks off from next year, our guys will be ready for going on with rugby. From the word go that we did, we started working on with our fitness. And also with our HPC, we've been working hard with the boys so that they will be well conditioned, because we really want our guys to be well up-leveled with the rugby that we're playing. Then secondly is the structure. The moment we start getting the basic structure for the boys, at least we will know who to pick on based on the position that they play, taking out from there.
There we go, folks. Gardens against Police. And, well, we're not going to give you the points. The points don't matter. But let's just say the bragging rights went to Gardens on the day. And it's great to see the players playing again. I suppose that's what we're looking for. Right, folks, well, of course, as you know, on a weekly basis, you can win yourself a case of Score energy drinks, as well as a set of Cape Rugby TV masks, courtesy of CTC Sports. So what we do at the moment is every week we run a Spot the Logo competition. You go to our Facebook page, we take a club logo, we do some modifications, we post it, and we ask you to guess the logo. It's been great fun. Most of you seem to know the logo. So just visit our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV, and see if you can identify the logo. And of course, then we choose a random winner for someone who got it right. Well, this past week we showcased the Violets Rugby Football Club logo, and we put it up and we asked you to guess the logo. And congratulations to Xavier Oliver. Xavier, you are this week's winner of a set of at least a case of Score energy drinks, 24 energy drinks for you. You just need to pay attention to your Facebook Messenger so we can get hold of you so that you can come and collect your prize. And together with that, we're giving you a set of Cape Rugby TV masks, courtesy of CTC Sports. So, Xavier, congratulations. You spotted the logo. It was Violets Rugby Football Club. You get a case of Score energy drinks as well as a set of Cape Rugby TV masks. Remember, folks, you can visit us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV, and come and also have be part of the fun. Right, when we come back from the break, we're going to be catching up with Azepile Monitsani. She is the YTC administrator. They've got the Heritage Day Festival coming up this Friday. More than 12 teams participating in 6-touch at DHL Newlands. We'll see you after the break. Don't go away. Welcome back, folks. It's, of course, Cape Rugby TV, where we keep talking about what's happening in the world of club rugby. And, of course, as you know, over the last, well, for quite a while now, in fact, Western Province Rugby have been busy with the YTC campaign. And, in fact, this coming weekend, it is the Heritage Day Festival at DHL Newlands, which is fantastic for all the teams, Western Province Club Rugby teams, who have got participants in the YTC program and the Heritage Day Championships. To tell me more about the YTC program and the festival that's coming up this weekend, and in fact what happened last weekend at City Park, I've got Azipele Maletsane from Western Province Rugby on the line with me. Azi, great to have you back with us. How are things there with you?
All good, JP, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's fantastic to get you back on the line. We see that you're coming to us from Newlands. Azzy, let's quickly, just for the sake of anybody who's just tuning in for the first time, just quickly tell us again, what is the YTC program?
A YTC program, which is the Youth Training Center. It's a program that was launched by SA Rugby in 2015 to grow women's rugby from a junior level. So the program targets under 14 to under 20 players. And then through that, we groom them by giving them the training, conditioning-wise, and also skill-wise. And then those players will be identified and selected to participate in the Western Province teams.
So the YTC program is also, it's girls from schools and girls from youth club structures as well?
Yes, JP, it's from primary schools, high schools, and some junior clubs rugby, like Force Bay, they also have juniors, BZB have juniors, Blue Jet, they have juniors, and Dolphins Rugby Club, they also have juniors. Those teams normally participate in our festivals. Even got new teams now, it's Gordons Bay, Pioneers, they also have junior teams,
so
and NTK.
So before we talk about coming up this weekend, which is of course Heritage Day, this Friday at Newlands. City Park on Friday, what you referred to as a festival. There were quite a few. I mean, we managed to get out there. We've got some footage playing in the background here of some of the pictures we got there. But it was a great opportunity for the girls. You had, for example, you had Coach Labib Levy there on the day, running the girls through their paces, doing some testing, doing some skills drills. That looked, while we were filming it, it looked like it was quite exciting for the girls.
Okay. Jay, that was the under 20 and under 18 training session. They're preparing for their game with the SWD on next week Saturday. Yes, we have a lot of people that are giving back to these kids, making sure that they got all the skills, like as you mentioned, Labib Levy, our conditioning coach Brendan, and then our head coach, which is Simnikiwe Ngunda, and also there's Lorian, which is the head coach of the senior side. So we have a lot of people that are contributing to make sure these girls get all the skills they need.
And of course, for them on the day, there was an international TV shoot, and there was a surprise visit from former Springbok rugby player Brian Abana.
Yes, Shafi, and they were very excited with that. We had the filming. Zikona, one of our players, which is the under 20 players, she was chosen for her inspiring story for the program called Youth Unstoppable from World Rugby. Then they were filming her that day, trying to get the inspiration that she has for that inspired them. So they wanted to know more about her and do the filming shoot for all the girls. And now it was a quite surprise that we had Brian Abana there and also Piokushe Nyanda from the MasterCard ambassadors. So yeah, it was exciting, and it made more players want to come, because in the group when we shared the pictures, and like, oh coach, we're coming, because now they get to see more people coming in, and some of them are role models to them.
Yeah, it was fantastic looking at just how excited everybody was, smiling. I think that's what we look for from rugby, is that spirit. And we know how difficult life has been for everybody in the last 2 years or last 18 months. And just to see the girls smiling with these big faces, and Brian Abana also with a big smile on his face, obviously loving every minute of being there. It was really fantastic to see that. But Azzy, let's talk a little bit about this coming Friday. It's Heritage Day at Newlands. This has been a long time coming in terms of also the Women's Collective getting involved with the promotion of the growth of women and girls. But now it's YTC on Friday. You've got quite a few teams that have entered already.
Yes, Shapey. I think we said yesterday it was around 12, and there's still more that wants to join, because there were some from the schools they're asking if they can join, that we must give them the stuff so that they can join. We're very excited about this coming Friday, which is the Heritage Day at Newlands, because it's how we grow the women's rugby around Western Cape. And we've been struggling through the years to make sure that all the teams have women's rugby. As 2019, we only had, I think, 6 women's rugby, but now we can see that there's a growth coming in, and some of the players that coming from our junior structure, they're going to clubs now, because most of my girls at the under 19 and 20, they didn't have clubs. But now they're seeing that there's some clubs that are coming in, and then they're starting to join those clubs. And it will be a good thing. It's just a start, and that we will be playing 6 touches. It's not rugby, but it's a skill for a rugby.
Yeah.
But it's just a start, and we're very excited about it, and we're hoping it's going to help us grow the women's rugby, and it's going to help us have more clubs and more people participating. And at least there's already more people want to join, but the clubs are far. But now if we have clubs in all region, and there's going to be more players coming in.
Well, that's fantastic, because I think it also connects to your club rugby representatives where every club now has been asked to have a representative driving the growth of women and girls at the club. So the dots are connecting. We're really seeing some fantastic alignment here. From the youth structures into the YTC program, into the DHL Western Province Rugby side. I mean, you must be, as the administrator for YTC, you must be very happy with the progress you guys have made.
I'm really happy, JP. I'm very happy because now there's women that are coaching, there's women in administration, there's women in referees. We're throwing this game, and there's going to be more and more players coming from what we're having now. I'm very excited because previous years we used to be you are alone in the structure of throwing this women's rugby, but now I see there's more people that want to join. There's more people want to gain in different sides of rugby. It doesn't mean that they must come and play. They can also be administrations. They can be coaches. They can do everything in their clubs. So I'm very excited, and
I think it's fantastic. If we look at, like I said, all of the dots are coming together. You've got the women's collective. You've got the database now of past players, past managers, current players, current managers. You've got the clubs with representatives. You've got regional representatives. You've got youth structures and school structures. It's really fantastic. I think we're gonna leave it at that because, as we know, women's rugby is on TV every week on Cape Rugby for the last 2 years, and all of your players are becoming famous. So we'll leave it at that. We'll say to you, congratulations and well done. We can't wait for Friday.
Thank you, JP. I'm preparing now. After this, I'm going to a meeting so that we can plan everything and make sure everyone is ready for Friday.
There we go, folks. Azipilem Manitsane, and she's, of course, the administrator for the YTC program. And as you heard us say there, all of the dots are connecting from the youth structures all the way to the senior structures, leading women administrators involved in the program, clubs driving the programs at club level, and of course we'll keep doing it on TV and giving exposure for the girls, for the women, for the administrators, for the program, and it really is fantastic. So just a reminder again, if you're a club structure that is watching right now, make sure that you have a women's representative at your club. Whether you're playing in fixtures or not, it does help to make sure that the entry into the club system is there. Folks, that's a wrap from us then this evening. We will see you again next week, same time, same place. Have a fantastic rugby weekend. Bye-bye.